In my bedroom. Sorry, we just got off track. What was I going to talk about? Right. Okay, so I just made a TikTok. By the way, if you're not following me on TikTok, what are you doing? We have fun over there. Oh, I got a new follower. All right, guys, that's about 56. Oh, 57 now. Look at me, really getting famous out here. This person commented, everyone loves me and wants to see me succeed. Yes. I wonder if I can reply to her comment. Great. And here's why. I love this because this is how you should affirm. Even when you don't think it's true, just say it a bunch of times. And yeah, I don't have haters. Everyone loves me, literally. I just had this idea. It's something I've been thinking about for a while, and it's the fact that I don't believe that I have any haters. This is a mindset that I don't know when I adopted, but I'm glad that I have it, because I see the reason why most people don't do what they want in life is because they feel like they have haters that are stopping them, whether it's physically or spiritually or mentally or something. They're like, oh, haters. Basically, they're scared of being perceived by others. They're scared of being judged. They're scared of having people they know specifically hate on them. I can completely understand because we're all human. Judgment is a part of being human. Even myself, I try not to judge myself for judging because judging is actually very human. It's how we have stayed alive, by judging people and things so we know if it's a right fit for us. Of course, we can try to consciously judge people less, which is good, but like, don't beat yourself up for judging. The point is, haters are not stopping you from anything. I personally don't believe in the concept of like evil eye, really. I know like yesterday I literally had an evil eye bracelet on, but that's more like protection for myself. I know that this is my reality, and because I am the creator of my reality, no one else can influence my reality by casting evil spells on me, because in my reality I control it. You see how the concept of people being able to like physically hurt you with like magic doesn't make sense? If you are creating your reality through your assumptions, beliefs, and all of that, and you are actually the creator of your reality and everything is a reflection of you, and you are like actually creating it with your observation, which they even say in science, if you are the person creating that, how can someone else affect you when you're the creator? That's like me over here making pasta, and I'm worried about if the pasta shell is affecting me. Like, I'm the one making the pasta. I am not the pasta shell. That probably makes no sense. I don't know what I was trying to say there. I need to get better at analogies. Anyway, I don't believe in the concept of people actually being able to physically affect my reality. I do think that people can affect their own reality, but that's not affecting my reality. If someone wants to spiritually affect someone else, they're aligning their reality with the reality in which something happens to that person. But every timeline is different. So while that might happen in their reality, not in mine, because in my reality, I control this here. You can create change in your reality, and you can create change for other people in your reality, but no one can make change in your reality. I hope that makes sense. It makes a lot of sense to me. Haters don't exist in my reality. They can hate all they want. It doesn't affect me in any way. And because of that, I get to do what I want. I get to succeed, and I get to fail, and I get to try again and again, because in my reality, I don't have haters. It doesn't matter. I really think if you want to succeed and if you want to create changes in your life, and like just like put yourself out there, like putting yourself out there can be scary, but it's even more scary when you actually think you have haters who are like negatively affecting you. So maybe this whole concept of not having haters is less about feeling like people are judging you, but maybe it's more about feeling like people are actually affecting you. Oh, because I have this hater, I can't do that. You can do anything you want in your reality. Other people can't make changes in your reality. Only you can create change in your reality. And you can align yourself with the reality that best serves you, and everyone has the power to do that. I might be manifesting this specific SP, and someone else might be manifesting him too. We can both get what we want because we are both aligning ourselves with the reality in which we get what we want. You see how that works? So in my reality, I get him, and you can manifest him too and get him in your reality. But like the timeline splits. Like, we're not affecting each other's reality. We are only moving in the reality that we want to go to. Your reality is your own, and no one can affect your reality. But you can affect people in your reality. And it's not violating free will because you get to create your world. I think this aligns with my point that I said the other day about assuming things positively. Because we are not physically in someone else's head, we can absolutely assume what we want and therefore align ourselves with that reality. For example, in this world, self-deprecation is normal. I have a totally opposite approach in my life. You will never hear me self-deprecating. I do not negatively talk about myself for jokes to myself or to others. I actually do the opposite of self-deprecating. In fact, I'll say something exaggerated, like I'm actually the best. People will say, oh my god, I am so bad at this. I'm like, nah, I'm good at everything. They're like, oh my god, I look so bad today. Look at me, I look so bad. No, not me. I look at every day. Even on my worst day, I still look better than everybody else. That's my mindset. I don't self-deprecate. That's not cute to me. And that is not positive for my mindset. My self-concept is one of like, I am that girl. Even if I don't feel my best, I'm gonna look my best. And even if I don't look my best, I still look better than most people. Look, that's my mindset and it works for me. But I'm not going to assume negatively about myself or others. And something I've been doing now is like really trying to get like locked in on my sensitivity of like, not only am I not going to talk negatively about myself, I'm not going to assume the worst in relation to myself and how other people think of me. For example, in that video I talked about the SP thing. If I'm manifesting someone and they might be acting a certain way, the old me who is sensitive, and I'm still sensitive and it's not necessarily a bad thing, but I'm trying to work on that. The old me would have been like, oh my god, he hates me, or he doesn't like me, like what did I do to him? But this me who is really trying to lock in on how I believe other people see me is like, okay, he's acting like this, but it has nothing to do with it. Basically, I'm not taking things personal anymore, and I am assigning a positive meaning on it instead of the opposite. I noticed just by monitoring my own thoughts that it's very easy to slip into the negativity. If someone walks past me and I feel like they're a little rude, it's very easy to say like, oh, I must have did something or they don't like me. But then I thought, well, you know what? I can easily just say, no, actually, that has nothing to do with me, because it's all a story. And I can choose which story I want. This is not easy, I'm not gonna lie. But I think it's less about ease and more about discipline. Yeah, it's not easy, but if you keep doing it and become disciplined, it becomes a habit. And then it becomes easier. So I actually do this pretty much every day now, especially when I'm around people, which is like a lot at work. I have to consciously and constantly remind myself that probably has nothing to do with me. In fact, it does have nothing to do with me, because I am always loved and adored by everyone. I make this joke a lot, but it's really not a joke. It's really how I think. For example, my SP, if he acts like he doesn't know me, I'm telling myself that he's doing that just so he doesn't show his feelings for me. If he doesn't look at me when he walks past me, it's because he doesn't want me to look into his eyes and see the love he has there for me. The fact that he hasn't made a move doesn't mean anything, because he's already thinking about it. He wants to. He's working up the courage to. He's working up the courage to make a move. Even if he has a girlfriend. He's not happy in that relationship. It would be better for everybody for them to break up. It would be better for everyone that they go separate ways, because they're not happy together. He knows that there's someone better for him, and that's me. So it doesn't matter. Third party, circumstances, doesn't matter. Not my problem. Everything that happens, best believe, I'm saying what I want about it. So yeah, keep doing what you do, boo. I know you love me. I know you love me, and I know I'm the one. You can't see me every single day and not know it. You can't see me every single day and not be like, she needs to be mine. You don't just hear this sweet voice and not fall in love with it. You don't just hear this melodic, sweet, gentle voice and not fall in love with it. You don't just see me looking like a smack. You don't just see me in my little pink and my flowy skirts, dresses, shirts. You don't see my uniqueness and not know that that's a once in a lifetime opportunity. You don't get that often. You don't get me often. You don't meet someone like me often. You don't see someone like me often. And he knows that. He does, okay? At least that's what I tell myself. My point is, you're always assigning the meaning. Assign the meaning that you want. I don't have haters. Even if I do, it's not my problem, because in my reality, nobody affects me. SP is mine. Because what? This is my reality and I get what I want. And in my reality, things happen the way I want them to. I assign the meaning in the way that best benefits me. I love a good benefit. I love to be benefited. I love it. Now, when guys ask about being friends with benefits, I tell them no, because that doesn't benefit me. Unless it does. But most of the time it doesn't. Like, friends with benefits, who invented that? Like, it ain't health benefits, it ain't dental, vision. So what am I getting out of this? No, you're the one who's getting the most out of this friends with benefits thing. Seriously, I don't understand how friends with benefits women. Like, what benefits am I getting? Because I'm not really getting companionship, I'm not getting love, I'm not really getting respect. Depending on how you perform, I'm not really getting pleasure. So where is the benefit? You're the one getting the benefit. You get to like have me and my body, this sacred divine goddesshood. You're getting all the benefit. You're sucking the life force out of me. And what am I getting? Nothing. So I don't do that. I don't do friends with benefits because it's actually not benefiting me. But if someone does benefit me in some way, who knows? There's lots of ways. And then like, okay, I'll think about it. Best believe in my reality, I'm going to make everything benefit me, even when it seems like it's not. So that's my spiel about that. Good talk today.